What's up guys, Barbarian or Bust here with the Hammer of the Ancients build. I played it so you don't have to. Let's see if we can do pit level 100. Alright. So honestly, it is fun, but it is weak. But it is like, if this was stronger, this would absolutely be the best build. But of course, because HotA was gutted, it's definitely not very good. It is a little better than a people by a small margin, but overall, it's actually a fun play style. I really enjoy the play style. I really enjoy this build, but it's just really, it's just not good though. It really is not good, but it's fun. What you do is you tap your whirlwind. Oh. You tap your whirlwind to get your stacks, and then after that you just slam them with Hammer of the Ancients. And of course you get to use Wrath of the Berserker. But overall it just doesn't do well. And it does well with trash killing. It's the boss that really kills it. Okay, we're gonna die here. We don't want to do that. There we go. So you use Whirlwind to make sure that most, if not all, your HotAs are just crits and overpowers. And as you see, like, it is clearing this quite fast. But when you get to the boss, it is quite slow. And that's the big downfall of this. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. Helltide, this is really cool. But pit pushing, which is honestly what's left to do in the game besides that right now. Definitely not your first choice. So yeah, spin, 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 and then spend all of your overpowers with Hammer of the Ancients. And if you want, you could just play straight Hammer of the Ancients as well, but it doesn't do as much damage, because you go in between hits that work really well and ones that don't. So find a pack. Don't die. There you go. That was close. Spin, spin, boom. Oh, we're gonna die. Yep. Right, spin away. Boom. Hammer of the Ancients is really, sorry, Wrath of the Berserker is really good for this build. But it just doesn't do the damage. I still wanted to show it off though. Not that there's anything to really show off, but I did want to, I don't know, I was curious to see how good or bad it was going to be. And it's really too bad, because even if it only received half, like, if I know they changed one of the passives on it, like, completely, but even if they, like, nerfed it in half, I feel like this easily would have been S tier. Don't step in poison. Poison always hurts. Struggling mildly to survive. And it takes a very, very long time to kill the boss. Okay, who is the boss? Oh, Scourge. I like Scourge. So you want to switch in between both of your Whirlwind and then of your Hammer of the Ancients. And you also want to make sure that you have your Fury up. Okay, let's get out of the way of that. Get some Fury. There we go. See, like those big hits, they feel good, you know? This, it's really, really too bad this isn't a stronger build. Because it is quite fun to play. Get out of the way of that. Get out of the way. Oh, now we have our favorite lady with us. Get out of the way of her. So as you see, this boss fight is taking quite some time. It's not impossible, but it is quite daunting. Almost done. Alright, get out of the way. But one more hit should do him. There we go. And we actually finished the boss on a Whirlwind instead of the Hammer of the Ancients. That's kind of funny. We have the Harlequin Crest, the Undying in the chest with ranks of Concussion and Imposing Presence. For the Gauntlet, we use Earth Strikers with damage to Berserking and Concussion. I didn't find one that had ranks to Hammer of the Ancients, I only had ranks to Core Skill. Tibalt's Will, Boots of Metamorphosis with movement speed and Steel Grasp, but I wanted ranks to Concussion or Stun Duration. And we use the Ancestral Force with Hammer of the Ancients, and I did use my Rogue Tempering to do critical strike damage. This is the only weapon that has the Hammer of the Ancients size temper. I only decided to do one because I needed more ranks into Pressure Point. We have the Blood Boiling for more overpowers, and I use Pressure Point for this because we only have one way to make enemies vulnerable, which is our Exploit Glyph. I wanted a second way to make things vulnerable, so I used Pressure Point. And I was trying to roll for damage to close, but it landed on damage. Then we have the Elements aspect with Pressure Point and more critical strike damage. And we also take the Grandfather in this, as it synergizes quite well with the Red Ring and Banished Lords. And here we take Bold Chieftains with damage to Berserking and Resource Generation. My resistances are pretty much maxed out, and I'm not too concerned about the critical strike chance. That's how much critical strike damage we have, and that's the overpower damage that we have. I ran out of the critical strike gems, so I put in the overpower gems. And we use Two-Handed Axe for expertise, and we'll go over the skills. We take 2 points in Lunging Strike, which we do not use. We take 2 points into Whirlwind. We take 7 points into Hammer of the Ancients for Violent Hammer of the Ancients. And because of our tempering, we have 7 points into Pressure Point. We would like that to be 100%, but I could only get up to 7. 3 points into Imposing Presence, 3 points into Martial Vigor, 3 points into Rallying Cry for Tactical Rallying Cry, 0 points in Challenging Shout, but we take Challenging Shout on our bar. If you do not have the Harlequin Crest, I suggest taking 1 point out of Prolific Fury to get 1 point into Challenging Shout, 3 points into Warcry for Power Warcry, 3 points into Booming Voice, 3 points into Swiftness, 3 points into Aggressive Resistance, 3 points into Prolific Fury, 3 points into Pit Fighter, 3 points to Slaying Strike, 1 point in Thick Skin for 3 points of Counteroffensive, 3 points in Heavy Handed, 3 points in Brute Force, 3 points in Wallop, 0 points in Concussion as we already have a 105% chance to stun enemies, 3 points to Wrath of the Berserker for Supreme Wrath of the Berserker, and we take Unbridled Rage. For the Paragon board, our first glyph is Exploit. Our second board is Bonebreaker for Crusher. Our third board is Carnage with Might. Our fourth board is Warbringer with Wrath. Our fifth board is Weapon Master for Ire. And our final board is Blood Rage. And that is Hammer of the Ancients. Is this build fun? Yes. Can it do high pit clears? No. If you want to do pit 100 and under, this build is definitely for you. It's still a lot of fun, really enjoyed it, and feel free to give it a try. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.